And I want to welcome you to another episode of Beyond the Surface Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. And this evening, I want to discuss Proverbs 13:22. And it reads, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. So what sparked this discussion was I was joyfully celebrating the birth of a new calf from a cow I own in Tanzania. I named her Ebony. And I'm up to 5 now. And I began to get these cows as a gift. I got one cow as a gift and have assisted the shepherd, who is a brother son of mine, in keeping her healthy. And he's caring for her because he's there and he's good at it. But this was a gift that he gave me to say thank you for all the books and resources and technology, for the contest, for everything I invested in the Tanzanians that live at Irkwe Island, in Tanzania. So we have great love for each other. We have great respect for each other. So he gave me this cow. And I won't even lie to you, I didn't even understand completely the value of the gift. I was just really honored to be receiving a gift. And it doesn't really matter what type of gifts I give. If it's from the heart, what leaves the heart reaches the heart. I received it and I was very, very happy about it. Well, I named that first cow Hope. Hope gave birth to Joy. Joy gave birth to Harmony. Harmony, I don't think she's given birth yet, but Hope had another baby. And then she had this last cow that is Ebony, because Ebony is jet black. So that's why I named her Ebony. Okay, so there's another brother son I have there, Peter, who gave me one hen. He gave me a hen. I named her Henny the Trendsetter. And Henny has had many daughters in the time that he's given me the hen, and those daughters have had daughters and sons, and so now I'm over 100 chickens, and this is all gifting, and they don't mind caring for this because, again, there's great love from the investment and the time and the energy that I place on the people there, and it was all focused on these educators at this one school called Baguza Secondary. And I have a namesake there. One of them named his son after me. My name is Wanda Joe. He named his son Joey. I have a microfinance company there that is Wanda Lands Lending, that's run by another brother son who, is business minded. And I initially started the microfinance company because I didn't like the various requests I was getting for, simple money, travel funds and money for malaria medication. It was very simple needs. And when you converted the shilling into U.S. dollars, a lot of times the needs was like $20, $30, $40. They really weren't big requests. And so that little bit of money that I launched that microfinance company with keeps circulating, and it keeps those educators afloat. And because they are working until they get paid. And then I have what I call Wonderland's Villas. So I decided I wanted to get land there. They helped me get land as family. So it was very, very inexpensive for me. Everything was streamlined. And on that land, I've built little roundhouses, and I share the roundhouses. I share that space now with 3 other women and a family. The family hasn't started building yet, but the other 3 women have built roundhouses. There was only one who don't have a roof on hers. The rest of us are a little bit further along. So I share the land, and all they have to do is pay for their house, and they can build their house at their pace. My only request is that it remain a roundhouse. I would like for it to just be those cute little quaint, you can make it 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, you can make it a double decker. I don't care what you make it. I just would prefer the Wonderland's Villa have the traditional roundhouse. And people have respected me, and they've been excited to do that because I've taken the stress out of doing the whole land thing. Okay, and I'm very communal. So you have to know me and love me and trust me to want to do this. And so the particular spirits that have come to me feel that way. So I'm going over all this stuff, and I'm admiring, I'm showing Gia, and she's looking, she's like, wow, Mom, you got a lot of stuff. You got a lot of, this is a lot of stuff. And so I say to her, I said, Gia, this is yours. I said, you're 11 and I'm 54. So, yes, I intend to have some time and enjoy it. And I am definitely excited to be building. I'm excited with every stone and pebble that's moved. I'm excited with every new chicken and every new cow. But I said, baby, this is all yours. I have 4 children. You the last one. The other 3 kids ain't interested in Africa. You're the only one that has adapted. Every country we've been, you have managed to make friends, speak the language. You've adjusted to the temperature. You've survived the bouts of malaria, food sickness. You can speak the language. You then I said, baby, you even in school. This is yours. You're never homeless on the continent. If something should happen to me, you know at least one country. You already have a home built. All you got to do is get there. And she said, wow. And my husband was sitting there and he was listening to this. And much later he came to me and he said, I was listening to you talk to Gia and explaining to her about the land and the cows and the chickens and all these things and how, this is for her. And he was like, I really got to up my game. I have to really, get myself together. I have to, leave something behind because I don't have anything to leave behind for my children. And so I asked him, I said, okay, this isn't a new concept. Like, I'm not creating no wheel. Like, this is not new. All of these years, what was you thinking? Like, it seems to me from the womb to the cradle, when they first start toddling, you start thinking about what can I put in place? What will I leave behind so they'll be okay should I not be here? I said, what were you thinking? And, he took a long pause and it's really interesting, asking this question to a Christian man. I'm always curious about people who discipline themselves to the Christian walk, what scriptures they follow and memorize, which ones they discipline themselves to. And I said, wow, God is very clear, about legacy, and lineage and bloodline. And so it made me think of the scripture. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And then I thought about the last part. But the wealth of the sinner is stored for the righteous. I'm happy that I had the discussion in front of him. I'm happy that it inspired him. I'll be even happier when he actually is flushing it completely out and has a clear perspective on how to do it. So I just wanted to tell this to repats, to folks coming here. Come here with a vision to leave something behind for your children's children. And if you don't have any children, leave it for your gift children, for your adopted children, for your nieces and nephews that feel like children. But don't ever say that you invested this much time and energy into the continent. Don't spend close to $1,000 on a ticket and buy land and do all this stuff and have no earthly idea of who it would go to if something happened to you. You've been listening to Beyond the Surface Radio, and I'm your host, Dr. Wanda J. Evans-Brewer. Until we chat again, be safe in God's grace.